Okay, so let's review today's price action. We can start from the economic calendar, where we can see that today we have USD red folder news, which means we can trade Euro USD, and that's enough for me. Okay, that's the only thing we need. Okay, now we can hop onto the daily time frame on the Euro USD. Here we can see that price swept this liquidity pool right here yesterday, and today it is moving lower, so we can expect price to maybe reach all of these liquidities, and price did it very rapidly. But at the start of my session we were around here, so I was definitely not biased short or long. Okay, why? Because we had at this point here we had this daily fair value gap above, and we have swept the previous day's low and we were going up, so I thought maybe we can sweep some lower time frame liquidity and then go higher into the daily time frame to then go lower eventually. But for me to take longs into the daily fair value gap, and that was my plan before the session. But I was also open to seeing price go up into the daily fair value gap and then me seeing a short from there. Anyways, we can drop to the 4 hour. So I didn't have any particular daily bias. On the 4 hour, I saw that we have these two liquidities, these two swing lows that are a liquidity pool, which we swept. And we had this 4 hour fair value gap and also this salsa liquidity. Okay, that's the daily one. We had this right here, daily 4 hour fair value gap. Okay. Other than that, we didn't have much. We had these fair value gaps, but they was not, I marked them out at first, but the real reaction happened off of the 1 hour fair value gap right here. As we can see, price reached into the 1 hour fair value gap and then moved lower. Okay, so here what we can see is that we have this swing low right here, and that's it. I was looking at it like this, so we'll come back to the 1 hour, but for now let's go to the 15. So here I saw that we have swept London high, and we have data highs and high of the day above, and low of the day and London low below. So we were also below these ones, below these opening prices. As we pushed lower, I was either looking, when we were around here, I was either looking for price to reach back into a 15-minute fair value gap for me to continue selling lower towards the London low, because we swept the London high, and we disrespected this daily, this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So I was open to both sides depending on what happens. But as we can see on the lower time frame, we see that price after 9:30 directly went lower and swept liquidity right here. Okay, so I was definitely looking for buys at this point. I went to the M1 and I saw that price is kind of consolidating, so I realized we have a lot of volume coming to the downside, as you can see. So I went to the 2-minute and waited for a setup there, which I did not see one. Price went lower a lot. Now, the setup that I took was that setup I was supposed to take. Okay, so we're gonna mark this one again because it's important. Okay, so the setup I was supposed to take was this one. Okay, so we swept the sell side liquidity pool right here, reach into the 1 hour fair value gap, and we show a break of structure right here. So this was the setup on the M1 on this fair value gap right here. So like this, stop can be below this low, or I would put it at 8 pips, and then the target would be the 15-minute fair value gap, the beginning of the 15-minute fair value gap. So basically a move from the 1 hour fair value gap into the 15-minute. Okay, now why did I not take this trade? Okay, also we can aim at these highs, okay, these relative equal highs, or what I saw also and what I was looking at, because of the volume, I was looking at the 2-minute time frame where we can see the same thing. The same thing happens right here, which usually for my strategy, for my model, means that it is very high probability when I have the same setup on the M1 and on the M2. Okay, so this is the same setup. So yeah, I will put this right here, and then the stop for me would be below the third candle of the fair value gap, which means basically below this swing low. But in the example, I put it, I think, at 8 or 8.5 on the trade when I was looking at it, let's say 8. And then the target was obviously this. Now, why did I not execute this? Well, because I did not see this sell side liquidity sweep. So I was looking at price like this, and price, the model started playing out. So I was like, why is this model playing out? Why? We don't have any sweep of liquidity, only 1 hour. This is not my A plus setup. But as it started to play out, I went back and realized that, look at this, price action is a little bit different because you need to go all the way back to see it, which I did not see it at the moment. So I marked out the 1 hour fair value gap, but I just didn't like see this swing low. I saw it, but I did not like, my mind was, I don't know, I just didn't see it. So I should have marked it out like this. For now, I'll just mark it with this one. Says so. Let's do it like this. That's fine. Okay. So I did not see this one at all, which was, as you can see, the sweep of liquidity right here, and then the setup appears. So now it is A plus. Okay, so this is my missed setup, but that is fine because new setups always arrive every single day. So we just have to be there. Okay. Now, after this happened, I was looking at maybe taking a sell because we were biased on both sides basically. So after price reached a 50-minute fair value gap, I saw that we displaced here, creating this break of structure, and we left this 1 minute fair value gap right here. So I was open to taking a short here. I even put a limit on, but I removed it later. I'll tell you why. So my stop loss was 7 pips, and my target was all the way here, this 15-minute swing low right here. But after price reached 1 to 2, for example, if it did, I would put my stop loss at 1 to 2 in order to grab that 2% gain. And then if price wants to go lower to my TP, that's fine. If not, that's fine. Okay, why did I not take this trade? Well, I was like tempted to go in, and as I placed my sell limit order, I instantly like canceled it because we did not have a sweep of liquidity. Okay, so also the other thing, on the 50-minute, you can see that we disrespected this 4-hour fair value gap. So I was looking at it as an inversion. So that also helped this idea of a short. But I did not take it because we did not have a sweep of liquidity, I repeat. On the 50-minute, we did not have any sweep of liquidity. So that was not an A plus setup. And on this account, I only take A plus setups. So no reason for me to take a trade, which is very simple. If I did take a trade, as you can see, it would have been a loss right here, stopped on this. Now eventually it went lower, but still that's not my setup, so I did not execute it. Very simple. So yeah, that was basically it for today. This one brought a lot of stress to my head because I didn't understand why should I enter this or no. But then when it started to play out, I realized that it was that was my setup. I just didn't see the sweep of liquidity that it created. I didn't enter also because we have disrespected the 4-hour fair value gap. So I was thinking if we were gonna go higher, we would have done it from here. Okay, excuse me on my English, by the way. I don't speak English. It's not my main language, so yeah. If the setup was gonna happen for me, it would have happened right from here, from this 4-hour fair value gap. This one was also the A plus setup, but I did not see the sell side liquidity, which is my mistake, which I will pay attention to in the future.